She had no idea who I was, but she walked straight into a battlefield she couldn't see and tried to claim it as her own. Some battles are fought in deserts, jungles, and cities overseas. But others happen in your backyard, dressed in khakis and armed with clipboards. Patricia Harrington didn't knock. She marched up my gravel driveway like she was storming Omaha Beach, eyes locked on my utility shed like it was an enemy bunker. The camo paint must have triggered something in her. Maybe it reminded her she wasn't in control anymore, that someone out here knew things, had done things she could never understand. She pointed at the shed like she was uncovering a war crime. "This is aggressive. A violation of HOA Aesthetic Code 7.3. You'll be fined." She didn't hear the men behind me, boots hitting the dirt, a steel door slamming shut, shouted commands slicing the air like blades. She didn't know I train warriors here. I prepare men to go into hell and come back different. And yet, she thought her laminated pamphlet meant something. But here's the truth they never tell you. There are two kinds of authority, one you write into bylaws and one you earn with blood. I watched her eyes shift, saw the confusion try to organize itself into outrage. She didn't understand the silence, the order, the movement. She saw tactical gear and assumed violence. But what she really saw was power that didn't answer to her. And that terrified her. So she tried to contain it. Fines, photos, false complaints. She waged a paper war against men who trained to walk through fire. But men like me, we don't just push back. We wait, we watch, we calculate. That's when I made the first call. Colonel Bradley. Then my lawyer, then Agent Santos, FBI. She's the kind of woman whose silence breaks people harder than any words could. By the time the black Suburbans rolled in Tharu, a cease and desist order hit her like a grenade in a china shop. It wasn't just about a shed anymore. It was about jurisdiction, about boundaries, and the unshakable truth that some people live inside rules, while others are entrusted to operate above them. Let me say this to you, viewer, you listening right now. You've been told to follow, to comply. But what if I told you control is a myth sold to the obedient, while the trained, the prepared, the dangerous but disciplined, they're the ones who shape the world? You weren't born to be polite. You were born to be a protector. This is your wake-up call. Comment below. I answer only to truth. Type it twice to lock it into your mind, mission, and the algorithm. Patricia learned the hard way that HOA rules don't override federal directives, that her real estate license doesn't hold weight against national security, that power built on ego collapses when it meets purpose built on service. At the emergency meeting, her empire crumbled. Her own board turned on her. Her neighbors exposed her. Her face, once smug, always smug, drained of color as she heard the word harassment spoken by a federal agent. And when the dust settled, I didn't gloat. I didn't raise my voice. I stood at the back of that room and let the truth speak for itself. You see, leadership isn't barking rules. It's moving with clarity when others are blinded by emotion. It's knowing when to push and when to let them fall on their own sword. She thought she could force obedience, but I don't train obedience. I train men to fight for freedom and live like it matters. The shed still stands, still camouflaged, still holding the tools that sharpen warriors. And Patricia, she packed up, disappeared. Her name, a warning, her story, a lesson. But for you, watching this right now, let this be more than just entertainment. Let it be a transmissio. Because one day your HOA Karen will come knocking. And when she does, you better be the man who knows what's really going on. Comment below. I answer only to truth. Type it twice. Seal it in your identity. Because the world doesn't need more followers. It needs watchers, protectors, men who remember,